Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be doing a book review for False Hearts by Laura Lam. I was sent this book by Tor in exchange for an honest review, but obviously that doesn't affect any of the feelings that I have towards this book. This is a standalone science fiction novel, and I don't read too many standalones, so it was really cool to get to read this. If you guys haven't heard about this book, it is about two identical conjoined twin African-American girls who grew up in an isolated cult until the age of 16 when their heart begins to fail. They escape the cult and then they go back to society, and at which time they are separated and given false hearts that are scientific and like mechanical. And after 10 years living in a futuristic science fiction version of San Francisco, Tila is arrested for murder and Tama is forced to go undercover as her sister to try to figure out everything that Tila has been up to and try to clear Tila's name. This book is advertised as being Orphan Black meets Inception, and so I was really intrigued when they contacted me and offered to send me a copy. I just thought that is so different than anything I've ever read before, and I just wanted to experience it. So I'm gonna do the thing where I talk about the things that I really loved and then some of the things that I was like kind of meh about, and then I'll give you my star rating and be done. The first thing that I really love about this book is the insane amount of diversity. It's just based off the synopsis of the description of the two main characters. It's just like so diverse, and all the characters are from different ethnicities and different sexualities. Sexuality in this futuristic San Francisco world is not a big deal, and so people are just whatever they want to be, and both of the main characters, Tila and Tama, are both bisexual, and then they end up working with a whole bunch of people that are different things, and I just loved seeing how many diverse things were going on in this book. It was so cool. It's definitely one of the most diverse books that I've ever read in my entire life. Second thing that I really loved is all of the science fiction elements. I love science fiction. I haven't read a lot of science fiction, but I do end up loving all of those elements when I do read them. And so I loved all the hover cars and the plastic surgeries and the different modifications that these people can make to their brains, and how they could reconstruct all of the body parts that the twin girls needed to be separated. And they just have a lot of those like stereotypical things like wall TVs or whatever, wall screens, and they just have a lot of cool gadgets that I kind of want in real life. But it also kind of deals with how some of those things could be dangerous, and I actually like one of the things that they have in this book is like dream sharing, like the Inception thing where you can go into someone else's dream. They have that. There's a drug called Verve, and the people take it and they can experience things that they wouldn't be able to experience in real life, and so I liked seeing that and seeing how that worked, and I liked that it was also portrayed as possibly dangerous, and so I really liked all of those science fiction elements. I think one of the best things about this book is the prologue in the first chapter just sucked me in so fast. It was so emotional but fast-paced at the same time, and it just kind of set the stage for exactly how this book was going to be. It was emotional, but also the plot kept going, and so I just was fully entertained the entire time. I think once I reached halfway, I just sped read the whole thing because it was so good that I just wanted to sit in my bed and read the whole thing. Another pro would be that just Tila and Tama are just smart girls. They're just super smart. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and they are very logical about the things that they're doing. Yes, they may be interested in this person, or yes, they may want to do this, but they're logical and they're like, no, I have to put that off. I can do that later after I try to save my sister or do this certain thing. And I liked that you got both perspectives from both siblings. So you get a perspective of Tama, who is doing all of these things, trying to figure out what is going on, and a perspective of Tila, where she's kind of giving you a backstory of the girls' life and where they came from in their isolated cult community called Manus Hearth. And again, with the Verve thing and the dreaming, I really liked that there was a special thing for lucid dreamers, which I can do that. Lucid dreaming is when you can kind of affect the subject matter that you're dreaming about. You know that you're dreaming, and so you can change certain things, and I tend to do that when I am sleeping. So I really thought that that was really interesting because I was like, I would be like one of those people. It was really cool. And I just think this book brings up a lot of like different topics to talk about. The main thing that they are addressing is the dangers of lying, the dangers of keeping certain things secret from everyone and the people that love you and the people that would help you if you just asked for it. And so I really liked that message, and it was just A+. Things that I didn't fully love, I think that there could have been a little bit more world building. They just kind of dropped you off and just assumed that you would know what they were talking about. I mean, it's not like crazy science fiction or anything, but I think if you don't read a lot of science fiction or you don't know certain terms, you might find it a little bit confusing, but it wasn't that bad. It didn't ever push me out of the story or anything. I definitely knew what everything was, but it would have been cool just to see a little bit more about the world, and I think that I wanted a little bit more about the political setup of the world. You get a little bit about the police system, but you don't really get a lot about the overall system of their world, and is the government still in charge of the entire United States, or does San Francisco have its own city-state government? So I kind of wanted to know a little bit more about that whole setup, but it doesn't really have too much to do with the story overall, and so yeah, it didn't really detract from it for me. And so if you couldn't tell, I absolutely loved this book. I ended up giving it 5 stars on Goodreads. It was incredible. I definitely recommend it. If it's not out already, it's coming out soon. It comes out on June 14th, and I will be posting this review before that, so you still have a little bit of time to pre-order if you want to, but I definitely think that you should check it out. 5 out of 5 stars. Done. So that's going to be my review on False Hearts. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below the most diverse book that you've ever read, because I just want to increase the number of diverse characters that I read and diverse situations and diverse people. I just think that they're super interesting to read about, just kind of mixing it all up every time that I pick up a new book. And I will talk to you guys next time.